Hello guys, and welcome to Ginny the Village Girl. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and if you like this kind of content, like and share. Today I have received new chicks and I'm going to show you how to brood them. They are day-old chicks from Kenchick, and the brooding is supposed to happen for 21 days until the chicks develop feathers and they can manage to keep themselves warm. So you should keep the room warm. That is why we have a jiko there. We are preparing the room to have some warmth. We use a charcoal jiko, and also there is a pot there that maintains heat in the room for a longer time than the jiko. You don't want at any one point the chicks to feel any cold, because that would mean they will start lying on each other for warmth, and the mortality rate will go up. So the room must be warm so that the birds can move freely and they can eat freely, drink freely, without bothering each other or lying on each other for warmth. The goal is to have the whole flock mature. I'm bringing in 200 birds, so I want the whole lot to mature with zero mortality. So that's why we are lighting charcoal fire for the chicks. Yesterday we prepared this room, this chicken pen, by removing the droppings of our previous broilers which have matured. We removed the droppings which were mixed with wood shavings, and then that will be used as manure. Then we sprayed the room, we disinfected the room, then poured fresh wood shavings, and also we added some plywood. You can see there is a circle of plywood to ensure that the birds do not get into any corner of the room and lie on each other and sleep on each other and kill each other. That is why the brooding space should have plywood all round, making a circle, so that there is no way that the birds can lie in a corner. As you can see, I am adding liquid paraffin in the water. This water in the drinkers also contains glucose and also chick start. Chick start is a stress reliever. You know, these chicks have traveled all the way from Nairobi. They have been subjected to cold. They have been subjected to a different environment, and they have been ferried away. They have been removed from the where they were hatched, and it was warm. So these birds are stressed. They have been in boxes for the most of the morning, and so you want to relieve them of stress. They're just like babies. You must handle them with care. So those three items are in the drinking water: the chick start, glucose for energy, and the liquid paraffin to ensure that you clean their gut and they are able to feed properly. The other thing is that as you can see, the walls are concrete. There is about 3 feet to 4 feet of concrete. Then above we have chicken wire and wire mesh, and we have put up gunias, sacks. Gunias. We have put sacks because we want to make sure the room stays warm. There is no wind blowing in, and there is no wind, at least not so much wind, blowing outside. You want to make sure this room is completely warm for brooding, and these birds do not feel any warm. They will not spend their energy looking for warmth. We want them to feel warm and be able to feed when they are as comfortable as possible. These birds are being bred for meat, therefore they must be as comfortable as possible to make the meat. So here they are from Kenchick. They are pre-vaccinated, and as it is always a procedure for me to count them so that I know how many birds I have in a coop. So I make sure I count them. I make sure I know how many birds I have and how many birds I have lost over time. And as they go on growing, or if I happen to lose any bird, God forbid, I must also record that so that I know how many birds have survived, how many birds will go to the market, and I must also keep taking their weight from now henceforth. That is my mother helping me with pouring the feed. As you can see, we prepared the room. We laid down the trays, the feeding trays, before the birds were here, just to avoid any accidents, like placing the tray on the birds. They are very tiny and they move around so much, so even when you're walking in the coop, you must make sure you're very careful, or lest you step on them. And they are very tiny, and they can just they have no brain like a human being to know that that is a person walking, so I should avoid that part. You might just find them under your foot and you have stepped on them, so you must be extra careful. Done with the first box, moving on to the next. The trays help the birds with feeding so that they can start learning how to pick feed from, you notice most chickens, they pick feed from the floor. So these trays are training them how to collect food from the floor. Remember, these were just hatched. They have never fed. So you're the one, the farmer is the one teaching them how to feed. And you teach them using trays. These trays have some, they have a rough surface so that the birds can be able to pick with their beak. They can be able to grab the feed with their beak from the tray. And he's dead. Found him trapped here. He was trapped here. Poor thing. So there, the birds are happy in their new home. It's quite hot in here. just as it was in their previous home, the incubator. That is why they are running around happy. That's why they are chopping, that's why they are feeding, others are drinking water, and others don't even know how to use the drinker. They are getting into the water. Yeah, they learn. They will learn. They will adapt. So there. You may wonder why these two chicos. One is a pot and the other one a chico, a brooding chico, because it's very cold around here. And I'm going to do this for 1 week. Have the two in here. Then in the second week, I will reduce the heat. This is the third day of the birds, and already they know where to get the feed from, they know where to drink from. When there is no food on the trays, they will make noise. They have already adapted to the new environment. Thank you for watching, and if you like this kind of content, kindly consider subscribing and share this content with your friends. Thank you, Ginny the Village Girl here, and bye-bye.